Happy Families podcast. It's the podcast for the time-poor parent who just wants answers now.
I'm trying to think of how I'm going to create space to find joy.
You're not going to leave the bedroom, are you?
And now here's the stars of our show, my mum and dad.
Can you give me your very best Santa Claus? I'd love to hear a ho, ho, ho. I know that depending on which Christmas movie you watch, they say that Santa doesn't say ho, ho, ho. But can I just hear a ho, ho, ho from you?
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, that was the most un-Christmassy ho, ho, ho that I've ever heard. Ho, ho, ho! Wow, I didn't know you had that in you. Mrs. Happy Families, we're going to call you Santa, put a white beard on you, and maybe the spirit of Christmas.
I think I'm one of his best helpers.
Yeah, I think you are too.
At least in our house.
G'day, this is Dr. Justin Coulson, the founder of happyfamilies.com.au and the parenting expert on Channel 9's Parental Guidance, here with Kylie, my wife, mum to our 6 kids, and podcast co-host extraordinaire. It's Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in the Southern Hemisphere. That means it's getting hot. It's really, and the kids are, well, at least in Queensland, the kids are on school holidays and life is getting challenging. And this year, Kylie, we've kind of not lived up to what we typically do in the lead up to Christmas.
I don't remember a Christmas where I have been so unprepared.
Yeah, I think that's a good word for it. We're not ready.
We are not. We obviously acknowledge the tree has only just gone up.
Have you done any Christmas shopping yet?
I have started,
Right.
but normally I'm a shop through the year that by the time Christmas comes, I just can't wait to unburden all those drawers and cupboards.
Mm-hmm. The kids have found the Christmas gift drawers and cupboards too, by the way. They know where to look for their Christmas gifts.
And I really just have to do, I've got to get one more thing over here or, just a bit of a top-up shop for the stockings usually. But this year, it's been a different year. It's been a different couple of years, to be honest. Yeah,
I reckon COVID's got to have something to do with it. But I haven't been helpful either because in the run-up to Christmas, because I'm going to take a couple of weeks off so that I can have a happy family time, what happens, and I'm sure anyone who works, not even for themselves, just anyone who works knows if you want to take time off, the work that should have been done while you were at work still has to be done even though you're not there, which means that you've got to try to get, 5 weeks worth of work done in the 2 weeks leading up to the 3 weeks off. Like it's just, and it's compounding and it's momentous and it's just weighing me down. I feel like I've got 12-hour days in front of me until the end of the week. Not that I'm here to complain at all because I'm looking forward to the break. But we thought we would ask, what are you doing to prep for Christmas? What planning goes into your Christmas and how's it all going for you? And the first person that we asked was one of our Happy Families premium members, Lisa, who said this is what she does for Christmas prep and planning.
I work in retail. I feel like I get the full brunt of it all on how hectic Christmas can be. So being organised at this time of year is really important for me. So just making sure that I kind of just spend a whole day, to be honest, buying all the Christmas gifts, planning the day, organising food for the day. If I can do that before even December hits, for me personally, that is less stressful. If I can enter December and just go with the flow and not have to worry about buying gifts and doing all of that and that it's already done, winner.
It's interesting with all of the lockdowns that we've had and then the restrictions around, how many people can be in a shop and having to wear masks and all of those kinds of things. I just haven't been at the shops like I normally would.
Even the sign-in, like I've been literally avoiding the shops for a year. I mean, I hate shops anyway, but I've been avoiding the shops for a year because I just don't want to have to check in and I don't have to be around people. We are so not prepped. And listening to Lisa...
It's putting us to shame a little bit.
But everyone who's working in retail right now would be going, oh, yes, it's just chaos right now, right?
But the acknowledgement of being organised and prepping beforehand and not waiting until December because every person is out at the shops at the moment. Just trying to find a car park is stressful. I was talking to a friend the other day. She said it was 45 minutes driving around the shopping centre just to find a car park.
Oh, my goodness.
And so if nothing else, by being prepared before December, you save yourself the hassle of finding a car park.
Lisa actually sounded pretty relaxed. And Jess does too because Jess has got her Christmas prep dialed in.
Christmas is a stressful time of year and day of the year for me personally. I'm an engineer, so I'm working with checklists and planners wherever I can to keep on top of everything. And I think one thing I will try and do this year is have a break in the middle of the day, go for a walk we'll just have some quiet time in a smaller group or one-on-one with my kids to focus on what's important and not get caught up in the chaos.
So I'm kind of inspired by Jess's idea. I think that when we finished recording this podcast, we should actually sit down and put together a couple of checklists. I talked about it in my Lighten the Load for our Happy Families premium members this week. If we've got a checklist for here are the days where we're not going to do anything. Here are the days where we are going to do things, and this is what we'll do. And I don't know, even knowing what meals we're going to have, just getting it planned so that when we get to the shops, we're not directionless, aiming at nothing as we walk up and down the aisles thinking, should I buy the prawns or should I buy the chocolate chip cookies? That's Christmas. Why not buy both? Checklists. You're looking at me angry, like, no, I don't want another list. Do you not like Jess's idea?
No, I was just thinking about how Jess, she must have been in your webinar the other night when you talked about creating space for joy.
Yeah, go for the walk, quiet time.
That's where I am right now. I'm not worried about any checklists. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to create space to find joy.
You're not going to leave the bedroom, are you?
Maybe.
Christmas is
the
on.
Air conditioning's on.
Yeah, Christmas is my responsibility this year. I've just got that feeling. It's been a year. It's been a real year. And lately it's been pretty full on for Mrs. Happy Families. Fair call?
Fair call.
Okay. Let's have a quick chat with Larissa and find out her Christmas prep and planning strategy.
In our family, my husband and I will talk about what gifts we want to give, and then I'm the one who does the shopping. So this year, to hopefully make December and the day much less stressful, I started my Christmas shopping in October, which is earlier than I've ever done, but it's definitely paid off. And if I'm feeling calm, then my children are more likely to be calm. So that's the biggest thing we've done, is just start early.
I love Larissa's little tip about sharing the cognitive load when it comes to gift giving, honey.
I was laughing.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, they talk about it together.
Isn't that an interesting concept?
I always find it so exciting to find out what everyone's getting for Christmas when they open the gifts. I've got no idea. Boy.
Look, I'm giving you a hard time, but we actually do talk about some of it, not all of it.
Do we?
Oh, you're hilarious.
You know what, Kylie?
We are a team. You make the money, I spend it. That's how it works, isn't it?
It feels like it. Something that stood out to me, in fact, there's a recurring theme from all of our listeners so far, and the recurring theme is prep early, which means we should go and do something about all of this today.
Oh, really?
When I say we, I'm really looking at you. You can tell, couldn't you? But you know the other thing, there's just this desire for calm. That's the other theme that's really emerging out of this this conversation. So
you find the car park and I'll go to the shops. That's fine.
You know what? That sounds good to me. I'll sit in the car and listen to a podcast, so long as I'm undercover, so that I don't have to deal with the heat. Hey, in just a sec, we're going to find out a couple of other great tips for being prepped for Christmas and getting that planning sorted the right way.
It's the Happy Families Podcast.
Are screens creating tension at home? Tweens, Teens and Screens is a webinar to guide families to healthy, safe super screen solutions. Buy it today at happyfamilies.com.au/shop.
It's the Happy Families Podcast, the podcast for the time poor parent who just wants answers now. And today we are stealing answers from everyone else because we are having a really hard time at being prepped this year.
I felt like we were going to absolutely nail this podcast episode, and then I realised this year we've got no what's the word?
There's no structure. There's no planning. There's no prep. We haven't done a thing.
Miriam told us this is how she preps and plans for Christmas.
Christmas Day is actually pretty low key for us. We don't do big presents. We don't do Santa. The kids always find a sack of presents on the end of their bed and bring them to our bed, and we all open our gifts together. And it's so magical watching the excitement and joy. But there's not a huge amount of pressure on anyone to do anything. We always have lunch with family, and again, there's hardly any pressure to make particular dishes or fancy food. We just bring whatever we feel like bringing. It's all very relaxed.
What I love about Mims is just family is the focus, and there's an absolute just letting go of any agenda and the need to do or be or bring any one thing.
I'm taking a leaf out of Mim's book for this Christmas. We're going to call it the low-key Christmas this year. Low-key.
Low-key.
Low-key. The low-key Christmas, because I don't want to have to think about it. And I know that you're not that keen on it either. But they're still having excitement and joy.
I know. And what I've noticed as our children have gotten older and we come together for special occasions is they just crave time together. The presents actually are starting to fade into the background. They don't actually have the same impact that they did when they were younger. And I love that. I love that for them. The biggest focus is that time together.
Yeah, but you don't know what I've got you for I was going to say for your birthday. You don't know what I've got you for Christmas. Presents this year, you're going to be so stoked.
Really?
I cannot tell you how excited you're going to be.
Are the kids allowed to know what it is?
Yeah. This is
It's not what I thought it was then.
what did you think it was? I don't know if I should find it. Hey, let's change the subject. Rachel told us how she preps and plans for Christmas.
For the actual Christmas day, we will cautiously book in a day with my extended family to have a Christmas gathering. So we each commit to bringing a variety of meats, salads and desserts, but the date will be decided about a week out so that we can have a day where the weather is enjoyable. The planning takes the stress out of trying to do it all, and it always ends up being a great day of eating from lunch until dinner with great flavours and lots of fun treat food.
Yeah, see, you've got to do a bit of planning, right? There's got to be some planning, otherwise nothing happens. And I'm just letting you know now, Mrs. Happy Families.
That you're cooking?
I'll cook, but I want lots of food this Christmas. It's been years because I'm always watching that I don't overeat at Christmas, and I end up having 3 regular kind of meals. This year,
you want to overeat.
This year, I want to roll out of the living room once I'm finished eating. I don't want to be able to move out of the living room and eat that much. I'm just saying we need to plan so that we can get the food ready because this is going to be the year. I'm so excited for some overindulgence.
I love Rachel's cautiously planning.
Interpret that however you want.
Well, that's it. When she started, I was like, oh, it's that bad, is it?
Your family can be challenging.
But what I love is the flexibility. There's just an acknowledgement that in order for this to work, we've got to make sure we get the day and the weather right. And I think that you could utilise that tip in just about any situation.
So when I think about all of the prep and planning that we've heard about, here are the main themes. Stay calm, do it early, and if you haven't done it early, do it now because now's as early as it's going to get. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be.
How many sleeps? We're like 10 sleeps away from Christmas.
Well, yeah, or not. It depends on how you count it and whether it's you counting or the kids.
Oh my gosh.
It's just around the corner now. Be flexible and
stay calm.
Maybe, but I'm going to put it out there that some people don't want a low-key Christmas. I know that that's kind of what we're advocating this year because that's where we're at. That's what our mindset is. But every now and again, it's really, really exciting to have a high-pressure, high-octane, everybody in the house going bananas Christmas. Like sometimes it's
delegate.
That's right. So and plan. Get in early. We hope that this has been a helpful conversation. Kylie, is there anything that you want to add in terms of getting ready for Christmas and getting that planning and prep all sorted?
For me this year, it's literally just tapping into what's most important. And right now, it's just you and me and our little family. And that's what Christmas is about this year. And secondly, make sure you start shopping for Christmas next year.
On Boxing Day. The Happy Families podcast is produced by Justin Ruhlin from Bridge Media. Craig Bruce is our executive producer. You can shop right now at happyfamilies.com.au and grab some terrific Christmas treats to make your family happier. 21 Days to a Happier Family is available right now in store. 9 Ways to a Resilient Child, 10 Things Every Parent Needs to Know, and Misconnection, along with Relationship Rules. All of the books that I've written in the Happy Families store, as well as a Happy Families membership. You might like to try a premium membership to make your family happier because a happy family doesn't just happen. All the details at happyfamilies.com.au.